Welcome everyone, one and all, to my reaction to Season 2, Episode 20 of the Originals City Beneath the Sea. So, last time we saw Klaus get taken down by his siblings using the new dagger. Now, I was all for this, however, it is also exactly what Dahlia wanted, so I am a little bit concerned that this was very bad timing, but I guess we will have to see. So yes, with that said, let's jump back in to the world of the Originals. Josh, stop.
We value them, and yet, inevitably, we are forced apart.
Fucking hell, that's awful.
Children in particular turn their backs on those who raised them, seeking lives of their own.
By the way, I'm loving this little like voiceover. It's really reminding me of Desperate Housewives. She's contacting him in his like desiccated state. What the fuck is this about to be?
I'm not in your head, you're in mine. I have a proposition for you. Come along.
Oh my god, I know I've said it a million times, but I fucking love Claudia Black. She's doing such a good job of making her seem so like menacing, but I love a villain who's like calm and quiet, almost peaceful all the time, because it's fucking terrifying.
The Vikings came while you're in the garden. I will protect us, Esther, but come what may.
Sorry to pause on this, but I hadn't really connected those dots before. Esther married a Viking. Like, Michael was a Viking, wasn't he? Unless I'm completely mistaken on that, but I swear to God he was a Viking, so kind of strange that they would have this history of pain towards Vikings and then she went and married one.
Always and forever. Promise. I promise.
They had an always and forever too. Wow. Nice.
No!
Shit! Fuck, and they saw her use magic though, didn't they?
We promised to stay together.
Who do you think that makes us kindreds?
Not exactly. What I mean to show you is that we can be allies.
But you can't be allies because you're after his fucking child.
For now, they are safe.
Nowhere is safe from Dahlia, and we will have no chance of ending her without that baby.
Yep. Wait, what do you mean?
I will use these ingredients to create a killing ground, where Dahlia will be rendered mortal, but we need to lure her there, Elijah.
Oh, with hope, okay. I mean, there's not really anything else that will bring Dahlia.
You will also be free of that tyranny. No more running. Do not insult my intelligence by painting your actions as selfless.
I was gonna say, she's very much painting this as though it's all for hope, but even if her actions are selfish, that's still trustworthy, you know? Like, no matter if she's doing it for hope or herself, she has every reason to take Dahlia down. So in that sense, I trust her, but if she's doing it for herself, then she's not putting hope and hope's safety at the top of her list, which that's where we might have a problem.
You'll have to kill me to keep me here.
Hey, look, thanks to Eva Sinclair, you are linked to 8 teenage witches, remember? If you get hurt, so do they.
Oh, I forgot that they were still linked. Fucking hell.
And I have no clue how to undo the damn spell.
That's why he's here.
Oh, interesting.
Could have just sent me a text.
Yeah.
Almost has a very kidnapping mood this morning.
Now, I want to help the kids, but after that, I'm done.
I'm not your witch for hire.
I don't think they would just write his character off, so we'll see.
Have you spoken to Klaus?
Well, briefly. Before I fell asleep with the dagger, words were exchanged.
Yeah.
Klaus didn't kill Aiden.
Nevertheless, had I left Klaus standing, the very army protecting Hope would have revolted.
But you can't just leave him like that while his daughter's in danger.
It's a hard one, Cammy, but like you have to understand that at that current point in time, Klaus was a bigger danger than he was a help. Like, we needed to take him down or else the werewolf army would have fucking gone after him. It would have been a whole big thing. Whereas now, at least, there's some semblance of peace going on. But I do agree that Klaus is probably necessary to keeping Hope safe. But I don't know. It's a tricky one because he is a loose cannon. He is someone that you can't fully trust when he's doing things. It's concerning. He's a hard one to have around when you're trying to formulate plans to save someone, you know?
He was loyal to the pack in the end. That's what got him killed, Jack.
You don't think I know that? You think this is how I want to put Aiden to rest?
Is it just that you physically can't keep carrying him?
I don't have a choice, Haley. You said it yourself. We gotta go.
Oh, bless.
If we expect the wolves to put their lives on the line for Hope, then they deserve to know that those lives matter to us.
That's, yeah, fair. I appreciate that.
Give him a true Crescent funeral. Too much has been taken from our pack. I won't let them lose this too.
There's a time where like necessity can be your downfall, and so them trying to do it as quick as possible could have been the downfall of the pack. So good that she's still keeping spirits alive. It's dangerous, but
I
I can't get revenge because Klaus is already in a coffin, and even if he wasn't, that's suicide. So you tell me, Marcel, what else is there?
Fucking hell.
Oh wait, let me guess. You need me to patrol the city for some witch?
No, Josh. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here.
Rarely do we get to see the aftermath of someone's death on the other people in their lives, you know?
I spent his last day saying goodbye to everybody but him. So I didn't even get to say goodbye.
I know, my boy. I'm so sorry.
I performed the dark magic they demanded so that Esther would be free of their violent abuse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Niklaus, our plights are the same.
You've been with Michael.
Oh, so this is where she met him?
Oh, give us strength. We can get out of this place.
I no longer wish to practice magic.
Magic has kept us alive.
Michael will protect me now, sister.
Me. Wow.
Have a family.
You cheeky little bitch.
I am your family. We promised
You'll always
each other.
be my sister, Dahlia, but I wish for children of my own.
Okay, right. Not excusing Dahlia's actions at all. Taking the children was just like, to even ask that of Esther in the first place was so fucked up. But I do completely understand where her animosity to Esther has come from then, because fucking hell, she's endured all of this. And I think it's meant to be implied that she was abused, because they're not just going to say that, oh, she performed dark magic while Esther got herbs. That's not like as bad. I think they're saying that she was abused and did their bidding, you know? So yikes. I know that Esther was not fully aware of that, but even if she wasn't fully aware, to see your sister in such pain after all this time, and to see your sister be forced to do things against her will, and you come in and say that you've fallen in love with one of the very men who's been doing it, and that you intend to leave her to get married and have kids and all that. Like, I know she hasn't said that she's intending to leave her, but Michael will protect me. Me? What about your sister? You know, like, fucking hell, Esther.
I guess I'm done pretending I can stay out of it.
Unless there's something in that ledger about mimicking a magical tri-bred baby, we're up the creek.
Imagine there is. Just exactly that.
Don't touch that.
Oh.
It's a resurrection spell for Cole. You remember him? The brother you swore to save.
Davina, come on now.
He tried to transfer the curse into a clay doll.
You're right. If we can find a way to replicate the baby's power source and transfer it into the doll.
How do you replicate the baby's power source, though?
There's a hideout about a half-mile south of here. Grab some guys, watch your back. I'll round up the rest, and we'll make a perimeter. This bayou's our territory. We'll defend it.
Nice. I love how they're just like in the middle of a bayou and he fully knows where they are, you know? Like he knows this shit like the back of his hand.
So Esther was cruel.
Shocker.
You'll excuse my complete lack of surprise. Seems it does run in the family.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
My own sister abandoned me, just as your siblings have done.
Oh, so she's using that as a way to try and link to him.
I have been unjustly painted as the villain of the story.
I don't know, Dahlia, but you kind of are. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like she's taking these kids and she's killing them, but by basically preventing them from having a real life, you are essentially taking their life away, i.e. killing them. So it's like, my darling, you can't sit here and say that, like, you're not the villain of the story. Because yes, you may not be in the conventional sense. You may not be someone who has just, for some reason, decided to be evil and gone against the world. No, things have been done to you. You've had a fucked up life. The world has altered your perception of it, and it has turned you to a darker side, but that does not mean that you are not somewhat of a villain in a story. You can't deny that.
What I have to show you next is not about your mother, it's about your daughter. And if you have any chance to save her from what is to come, I suggest you listen.
Intriguing. What, is there another threat along the way? Like, what is going on?
I did not enslave Freya. I kept her from those who abused our craft. Most importantly, I shielded her from herself.
From herself? Intriguing. What do you mean?
Control it.
Intriguing. We know that the firstborn witches of their line are meant to be very powerful. So is that what Dahlia is saying here? It's that like there will come a time where Hope will be too powerful for even herself to contain. And Dahlia, being someone who has gone past it herself, will be able to help her and is like the only one who could help her.
Hope's magic will be tainted with your vampire blood as well as the aggressive wolf temperament. Without the proper tutelage that only I can provide, Hope's power will grow unchecked.
I didn't even think about the fact that she would have an untriggered werewolf gene that would make her more angry. Yikes.
I too am a firstborn, so I was the only one to help save Freya from herself, just as I'm the only one who can save your daughter.
Well, then surely Freya can help Hope now, you know? I just don't know what Dahlia thinks she's going to achieve, because Klaus isn't going to turn around and go, you know what, yeah, you can have Hope. Like what?
Who the hell did it then?
Freya, Dahlia, any number
number of witches with the desire to turn me against my brother.
Oh, the fact that he's considering it could be Freya is interesting.
You thinking about pulling that dagger out?
Until Hope is safe, I would rather not unleash that Shakespearean rage.
Very true. It's like now that the action is done, if you let him out...
Got us to take our biggest weapon off the table, which means you're gonna have to think like him.
Have fun with that, Elijah. It seems like a lovely thing to do.
Wouldn't it be easier if you just did it? I mean, a kid's life is at stake. I'm carrying lattes. You have a gift and you're not using it.
Magic
A gift, intriguing.
The ancestors speak through the region. With Josephine gone, the Covens are a mess. They need guidance. They got nothing. They think they want me.
Oh, so they want him to be the regent?
My friend, Davina, is trying to save someone she loved. She believes in something bigger.
It's that classic story in so many forms of media of just because this person that belongs to this group did a bad thing does not mean that the group itself are inherently bad. Just because magic can be used to do bad things does not mean that magic itself is inherently bad. Just because you've had horrible experiences with it, Vincent, doesn't mean that from this point forward you can try to keep them positive. You can make a good life for yourself, make a life where you are only doing good. And as the regent, as someone who has had these bad experiences, you would do fantastic at that job, because you would know the cost of there not being peace, you know? You would know what happens when things get out of hand, so you will try your best to keep them in line.
What I'm trying to say is magic in the right hands can be a good thing.
Exactly.
Just not my hands. Not anymore.
Yeah, all that being said, he has every right to say and do that.
No powerful witch is going to be fooled by a doll. They need a heartbeat.
Hold this.
I mean, it didn't really look like there was much room left on that paper, but...
Aiden was our friend.
All right, those wolves, Jackson, they die for you. Question is, are you gonna let them? If the answer is yes, then you gotta live with that.
Wow. He's right. If they're gonna fight for you, you gotta live with it, because losses will happen, unfortunately.
I've located Haley, and I strongly advise you not attempt to stand in my way.
You begin the spell. Prepare the battlefield. I'll bring hope to you.
I mean, to be fair, if I was Freya, I wouldn't trust Elijah on that, you know? So, we'll see.
Your daughter need my guidance, just as Freya did.
I think I'll find someone less hostile to teach her.
Freya turned on me because I denied her a basic need, the love of a parent. That is why I need you, Klaus, to remain.
Not only has she recognized the problem with her original plan, she's willing to do anything to get power. And I think that is the best example we've had so far of her. I don't know how to describe it. It's like her not really seeing any family ties to these people. She sees them as a means to get power, and that's it. The only reason that she's asked for the firstborn of their line is because she knows that they are the most powerful. It's nothing to do with the fact that they are still family. So she doesn't even see Hope as someone that she could be a parent to. She needs an original parent to be with her, like her father. She's just such a fascinating character. She wants her power. She'll do anything to get it. She doesn't care. She hasn't got any emotion linked to it. There's not going to be this whole like, no, Hope is mine. You can't be there. It's like, no, I want her power. If this is going to get it, fucking go ahead.
With us by your side, no one would ever test you. Ever again.
Ooh, playing on his ego as well.
You could lie there and pray that Elijah releases you before Hope learns to call Jackson Daddy.
She knows exactly how to get to Klaus. Fucking hell. She's like hitting every single nerve. Jesus. Who has a fucking axe? Oh. Jackson, come on now.
One bite from us, there's venom in your veins. Hard to find anything in these woods when your head's not right.
If you can get a fucking bite on him.
You're waiting for the day I die so that you can take your immortal place beside Haley. And if you kill me, you lose her for good. She'll never forgive you.
I'm not gonna sit here and like say that he definitely isn't right in some way. Like, he could very well have a little bit of truth going on there. We never really have seen that side of Elijah where we're considering the immortality. Oh my god. The immortal life that he and Haley share, but Jackson doesn't. That's also answered a question that I've been wondering for a very long time, which is, does the immortality transfer to these werewolves? But we've got like full confirmation that it doesn't. I didn't think it did, because like it just doesn't make sense. Like, to become immortal as a vampire and all that, you need to have died and all that, and they haven't. But I was just very curious about it, because they said all powers transfer.
All we need is a vial of Hope's blood.
Okay, just do it. Come on. You gotta do anything to save this fucking baby, guys. Come on. Don't be stupid.
The moment our home is safe, you can return Hope to where she belongs, with family.
Nice, Elijah. Like, look, Jackson, I respect you, mate, but like, fuck off. You're really annoying with all of this. Hope does have a family.
Hope is all Haley will ever have. She will fight us. She will not relent in order for us to succeed and live in peace.
Kill Haley.
Haley will have to be eliminated.
Nope, not gonna happen, my darling. You really think Hope's gonna love her dad and you when that she knows that her mum's been killed by you?
When she grows, you can tell her whatever story you like. You will have made the right choice for her.
Oh. Wait, is the dagger out, or is she managing to wake him up without it? What, and then Klaus can pull it out himself? Yeah. Okay, cool. God, she's scary powerful. Nice. Klaus will not kill Haley. Come on now. I know he's done horrible things, but come on.
The pack's gathering for the funeral. They're just waiting on one more.
I wonder if Haley overheard what Jackson was saying earlier, by the way, because she's got super hearing.
Lost too many to the Michaelsons this year. And Elijah wants you to go back to their family when this is all over.
Because it is Hope's family.
And I will honor our vows always. But I need to know who your family is.
That's not fair.
If they really are your family, then I gotta protect my own.
That's not fair. At all. I understand where he's coming from, but like, consider it when you get married. You have like your family that you were born into, and you have the family that you were married into. You have those two families. It does not mean that you just have to have this one singular family. Like, yeah, what if she goes and lives with the Michaelsons because that is Hope's other half of her family? That makes sense. Does that mean that she doesn't consider you guys family and wants to be family with you? No. Like, I hate when ultimatums are brought up when they're not necessary. I understand if you don't want to live there, Jackson, that's fine. Fucking live nearby if you want, and then we can talk about it. Even if you want to live in the fucking bayou and like come down for the weekend or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's your decision as to where you live, but do not put that on Haley as to whether it's like a choose the pack or choose the Michaelsons. Like, come on, bro.
I need time, Jack. I spent my whole life searching for family, and I found you and the pack.
But then what is Klaus and that gonna do?
Right by them.
They're not just gonna let you take Haley and go away. No, take the baby and go away.
Swear to me that Hope will come to no harm.
She won't be able to hurt any child ever again.
Oh.
You are now the bait.
Oh.
What did you do to me?
Hope's blood is now in you.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood earlier. I was confused when they mentioned that like you would need a beating heart, because I was like, oh, are we going to have to use a person? But then they didn't really explain it further. So I was like, oh, wait, if we get the blood and put it in the golem, do you replicate the heart? But no, you put the blood in a person and then you use like a spell to make them appear magic wise that is Hope's, I don't know what to say, like frequency, you know, like that's how the Dahlia would find her. That's really cool. It's like a living golem.
Dahlia senses the ruse.
Rebecca assures me that this will work, and I trust her far more than I trust you.
I am not your enemy, Elijah.
We shall see.
Then you shouldn't be worried about this. If you're not his enemy and this was all gonna work, then you shouldn't be scared, Freya. Come on now.
Davina and the Covens need a leader. They want to bestow that title onto me. I'm not into that. They're getting pushy, so I'm inclined to present them with an alternative. Someone who's got faith, someone...
Davina being the regent?
I'm talking about voodoo, hoodoo, sacrificial magic, representational magic, and you're gonna need a hell of a lot more than this here rock. You ever want to get your boyfriend back?
Why is he pushing her so much? I know it's so that it gets them off his back, but... I'm so pissed that they killed him off. Like, it's one of the few deaths in this universe that really upset me.
Suddenly forever feels like a really long time.
Josh.
Elijah, I'm calling to say goodbye.
Wow.
Hope and I, we can't be part of your family anymore.
Haley.
Even if she is free of Dahlia's firstborn curse, Hope would still be Klaus's daughter. She'd inherit 1,000 years of enemies.
We all would want Hope to be in their lives. They would want Hope to be in their lives because they love her, but they are all also very aware of the danger that comes with being in their presence. So I'm very curious about Elijah, because I feel like Rebecca will definitely think that this is best for Haley and the baby. But yeah, I'm scared about Klaus's reaction for sure.
All the pain that comes with that name. She doesn't deserve that. Elijah, goodbye.
Wow. But if they truly want to find Hope, they'll be able to track her though.
She's right, Elijah.
Thought so. Thought Rebecca would have that reaction. Take away their love for Hope and wanting to be around her. It's not a good life. It's not a good place to have a baby. Jesus. She'll constantly be in danger.
I never cared for Haley, but you should know the rest of my family will stand against us in defense of her.
I don't think you never cared for Haley, so I don't believe that.
She won't get far tonight.
Huh? What do you mean? Whoa. Fucking love magic like this. Oh my god, that smile. Ugh. Is that the end? Oh, shit. Okay, right. I have a few thoughts about this, but give me a minute. So yes, there we have season 2, episode 20 of the Originals. That was absolutely fantastic. First and foremost, Dahlia, I love you. She's been one of my favorite villains that we've had so far. And yes, I am probably clouded by the fact that I love the actress, but character-wise, absolutely phenomenal. She's my favorite kind of villain. A kind of villain where, like, they don't need to shout. They don't need to be angry. They don't need to make a display of how evil they are and how powerful they are. No, she knows how powerful she is. And it's that nonchalant, carefree vibe that makes her terrifying. They've always been my favorite kind of villain. Someone who can just enter the room and she's not going to be like, rah, rah, rah. She's just going to be like, look, this is what I want. I'm going to get it because I know how powerful I am, and it would be in your best interest to back off, you know? Fucking love it. So really enjoying her so far. But yeah, to get into Klaus, he's always been a very complicated character, and that's why he's been so fantastic to watch. He's someone who, it's hard to judge his next move because he's always 10 steps ahead of you. The second that you think you understand what Klaus is doing, he's already moved on, and in essence, he's making you think that. Part of his plan is to make you think a certain way, so it's always really hard to judge his actions. So when he's sitting here with Dahlia, I do wonder, is he being truthful? Is he being the Klaus of the past that we've come to know, where he's just out for himself? He wants his daughter. He thinks that Hayley is stealing his daughter from him and leaving him alone, which is like one of his biggest fears. Is he truly fully upset with his siblings for going against him? Or has he actually come to his senses and this is all a ruse? This is all a way to let Dahlia's guard come down so that he can then take her out, because to make her think that you're on her side and Hayley doing this and you using that as like, oh, look, Hayley's taking my daughter, I'm with you, we're going to take her down. It could be the perfect cover-up for him to actually be going against her, but we'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, the thing that has me thinking that it is true is that he said, I've never cared for Hayley, which I know isn't true. I don't think that he's ever loved her. I don't think there's ever been a romantic connection, but I remember vividly while watching an episode of season 1 or 2, I literally said out loud that I think Klaus has a love for Hayley the way that you would love your child's mother, you know? Like, it's not a romantic love. It's not a love of even a friend. It's a special kind of love of, you helped bring my daughter into this world. My daughter will love you, which means that I love you. You know? And so I don't believe that he has never cared for Hayley. And I don't think that even with how horrible Klaus has been, even at his worst times, I don't think that Klaus would ever take a parent away from his child and then expect himself to lie to his child for the rest of their life. Even for Klaus, and watching his love for Hope bloom, he would not do that to her. I don't believe it. So I guess we'll see. I really fucking hope that it is what I'm thinking, that he's lying. If he's not lying, I have to say this would probably be, and I know this is like a lot, it'll probably be my biggest disappointment in Klaus so far, because like, you can't do this to Hope. You can't take this away from Hope. And if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to take her mother away from her, then fucking hell, you do not deserve to be her father one fucking bit. So like I said, I guess we'll see, but I hope he is going to make the right decision. But yeah, fantastic episode. Really loving where the season is going. I will be sad if Dahlia does only have 2 more episodes left, because she's been a fantastic villain so far. One of my favorite villains that I've seen in the Vampire Diaries universe for a while, to be completely honest. I mean, Klaus was a fantastic villain at the start of the Vampire Diaries. Then Silas was a great villain. Silas was one of my favorites just because it was great to see Paul Wesley behave in a different way, you know? And then obviously, if we're looking at the originals, the witches in season 1 were cool to watch. It was a cool storyline to go down, but it doesn't really compare to Dahlia. I can't describe it. Dahlia just has this like vibe to her, and the fact that we also get flashbacks with her and we get the addition of Freya just really beefs up her story more. So yeah, really enjoyed her so far and can't wait to see how the season plays out. But yes, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon where you'll be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the originals and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.